Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 27 of Runaway Teen in the City. And this is sort of the second segment of it because our runaway teen is now a young adult. She is married. She has her first child, who is a toddler. And we left off last night. Dimitri had just come home from work, and he had gotten a promotion. So I just sort of played through the night and whatnot. And she's sad because Daddy went to work. So I know in the last part, I'm not going to splash in the toilet. If she does it on her own, that's one thing, but I'm not going to trigger it. That's just kind of gross. So she has now reached fitness level 2 because I have her working out a little bit, and she's got sore muscles, so we're not going to do that anymore. And Andi did do this painting last night, so it's worth 2,520. I'll put that in her inventory, and she had already done this one, I believe, before it ended, 3,516. So put that in. She's going to have a street sale pretty darn soon before I'm going to sell this stuff before the bills come, which is Monday, so maybe tomorrow would be a good day to have a street sale. So we'll just let her paint a little bit while Arabella is eating. So Dimitri's off to work because he works on Saturday, I should say, because it's Saturday. And what I thought we would do is, for the cooking aspiration, we need to have a dinner party. So I thought that we would have a dinner party and invite all of the friends from our teen club. And I had Andi make a couple of cakes last night and add birthday candles to them so no one eats them. And she was full, so she didn't take the first slice. So I was able to add the birthday candles, which lucky that works for me. It sounds like that doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but I'm lucky in this case. So you see there's 2 cakes in the fridge. So I thought we would have a dinner party, but at the dinner party I thought we would try and age up some of our teen friends so that they're all young adults too. And then what gave me the idea is because Axel came over for an outing at the end of the last part. Not an outing, but a pop-in, because he has an apartment key. And little Arabella, much as she was a little bit sad up front talking to him, by the end he was no longer a stranger and could talk to him. So I thought maybe we should have Axel amongst the others, but Axel specifically age up to a young adult and move in as their roommate. What's she doing? Did she go potty? I don't know. What is that when they have that little thought bubble? She's almost level 3. Can you potty train her? Watching doesn't really help. Why don't you potty train her and see? So I'm assuming she finished that, and since we didn't get a pop-up, it's worth 2,599. So her paintings are starting to be worth more. They are worth more than 2,000 on average, which is good. Maybe there'll be a flea market tomorrow, and we can go to that. I don't know if we can have a better luck at selling at a flea market or not. Oh, well, overnight, I actually further kitted out little Arabella's room. I shouldn't have gone with an A, because Andi and Arabella. Because I was inspired by watching Crystal Sim's video that Rory Plays a Sim did a tag for a build, and Crystal Sims used this, I don't know if it was this particular color, but I think it might have been a wallpaper, which I hadn't noticed. That came with the toddlers update. And then I added a few more decorations. I'm not good at decorating rooms, but I added this little mirror here, and then you can see it's reflected. There's some paintings on the wall, which you may not be able to see unless I put the walls up. And you can see I put the little butterflies there, and I even added curtains. I don't add curtains very much. So you can see I put a few kids' paintings on that wall. And the wallpaper was different because I had used paint and not wallpaper. But this was really cute. I really liked it when she used it in her build for a toddler room. And I put a couple of shelves in here. And these are some of the, I moved that. The snow globes that we've caught and haven't sold yet. So I put them out. The other ones one was a Grim Reaper edition and the other one was Haunted Mansion. I didn't think that was appropriate for a toddler's room. So I kept those in her inventory. And then I sized up this little balloon. So I thought it actually looks good against this little wallpaper, better than what I've ever used it against, but I really liked it. So I think I'll be using this in the various iterations and colors of it again. It's very nice. She did an excellent job on that video, and also her 10K and under build that I had tagged her for. They're both very good. I'd recommend checking them out if you haven't already done so. So it looks like this potty training is almost done. And I think this still is from her being sore from working out, because I'm making her. And she has, I did mention she has a whim to try for a baby with Dimitri. So what I'm wondering is, should we try for a baby and just have the kids all at once? Should we try and have it be twins so that she only has 2 pregnancies? Or should we just try for a baby and not try for it to be twins? And the way you try for twins, obviously, I do have the ley line trait, but I haven't tried for baby yet because I really wasn't sure whether I should do it now or not. And I'm pretty sure I haven't accidentally. Nope, I did do that in one game file where I didn't mean to try for baby, and instead of woohooing, I tried for baby. And my sim got pregnant. So what's she doing? She is sad. Oh, still from being... Oh, is that from being inquisitive? Oh, need to learn from being inquisitive. Why won't anybody teach me? And she wants to play with the dolls. And you know who else wants to play with dolls? Andi does. She wants to play dolls with her little toddler. So why don't we do that? But so what I was thinking of doing is having a dinner party for the chef aspiration and having all the teens over and aging up, if we can, all of them. And so that they're not teens anymore, because really they should be young adults also. And I could just go in and age them up the other way, but I think it'd be just as easy not to have to go out of the house and go in and perhaps change up our things. And this way I don't get to pick their traits by just aging them up with a birthday cake. They just randomly, spawn what the traits are, so I don't have to, it just is what it is. So I thought, and then perhaps, as I said, depending on what trait Axel ends up with, we could move him in as a friend. I don't know that we would keep him forever, but, if we are going to have more kids, this place does have room. You can, it is only a bungalow at the moment, a bungalow penthouse, but you can build up to the top. Even though there's roofs, I have expanded this upwards without having to actually alter it. Their stairs go here very well. So there is room for more on this property. We don't even have to move because it's decent size in the city. So let me know what you think, whether or not we should, 1, try for baby right away or not, and 2, whether we should perhaps possibly move Axel in, depending on what his trait ends up being after the party tonight. And then she is hungry. Well, first off, you know what? Come clean. Can you come clean this? Oh, yes, you can. Come clean that, and then perhaps cook some food. And I'm just sort of going to go through the day and wait for Dimitri to come home, and then we're going to have the party at the end of the day when he is home from work. And luckily he doesn't have to work tomorrow. And I think we're going to need to make some salmon. So I'll be back at the end of the day. Change of plans. The romance festival is tonight. So I hired the nanny, and I thought we would, Dimitri and Andi would go. Yes, Dimitri and Andi would go. And I'm trying to get him to work on his singing skills so that he can get to the next tier where he needs to kiss someone at the romance festival. But he can continue singing at the karaoke bar that's there, so we will go without him maxing it. But he did get to level 2 between now and when he got home from work. And he did not get a promotion, nor did I expect him to, because he was tense at work that day. And I also had thought that instead of perhaps Dimitri doing social media career, maybe Andi should do it, because she could start it and she could work from home, and he could do the painting career, and that way it unlocks the easels for both of them, and he can do the selling of the painting, because he was working on the painting skill, and he is also creative. I just thought because he was a geek, he would be a good fit for the social media career, but because she's domestic, it would be, or whatever the trait is, likes her family, it would be good for her to work from home. So I think I'm going to have her do that career instead. And normally I cut out the loading screens, but I decided not to because I chatted through the whole thing. So I'm going to go have him go and... Oh, he can't. I'm going to pause it now because I'm going to reply. There's a build that I got off the gallery, and I edited a little bit at the gallery, and I edited a little bit so that there's more than just the one karaoke at this place, plus the person who did the build, which I'll have to look and see. Hopefully I have the name because I have edited it myself, but usually I think the original name stays there. They had added bubble blowers and stuff, and it's really nice. So I'm going to get that and put that down here. So this is what the build looks like. It was by J.C. Huxtable. I don't know if that's supposed to be said all together, but it's the easiest way for me to say it. I will try and make a note in the video, or if not, I will put it down below in the comments and description. I'm going to have him do some singing, like I said, because he needs to get up to level 3. And then he needs to kiss someone, which will obviously be Andi. And the quicker we can get this done, the quicker we can get home and maybe still have that party that I was wanting to do. So she is sad from being gloomy, and she's going to paint. I'm not going to talk to the love guru because I seem to never get good advice. Let me know if you've ever had good advice from him, or happy advice, I should say. I usually have unhappy advice or unhappy news or whatever. So I think we'll skip that. I don't really want to have unhappy news. Oh, look, he's almost maxed. Not maxed, but he's almost got to level 3 of the singing. So that would be good. So he's reached his level 3. That's all we needed to do. That's all we were doing. So he's going to come here. And he's going to kiss Andi. Not blow a kiss. That does not count. We are actually going to kiss her. Hopefully we can do that. And then we will go back home. And it'll be late, but we're going to try and have our dinner party anyways. And hopefully enough of the teens come so that we can age them up to be... There we go. We did it. And you, my dear, can you just put that in your inventory? No, you can only resume it. So I guess we have to finish the painting. I'm going to have Andi finish the paintings. I'm going to have Dimitri harvest the festival plants. And then I'll take them back home. And we'll see you there. They're both back home. And even though it's 11:15, I'm going to try and do this dinner party anyways. Because I really want to do that in this part. Because I wanted to age up whoever I could of the teens. And I probably should have looked at who is in my group because I don't remember exactly. So I'll just pick the ones I know 2 for sure that are in the group. So I'll pick them and I'll maybe pick out a couple other people that look like they're teens. And so let's see. Did she eat her food? She is going to eat her food. So she probably needs to cook something. She does. So we're going to have her cook a gourmet meal because she is already at level 8. It's really having that... not the home studio, the homey trade boosts cooking, mixology, gourmet cooking, and handiness. And I'm guessing that's what boosted it so much because it really came along very well. So hopefully people come upstairs. I do find sometimes with the party here that can we think? Oh, look, we have Keenan. Yay, and Axel. Those are 2 main ones that I want to have age up anyways. No, you're not going to bed. Oh no, you sneezed in the food. That's not a good thing. And so I'm going to form a group, which means I have to end our gathering. Oh, I don't have to end our gathering. I could just start the teen club. It will invite some of the other people. See, I missed George and Pietro, Cassandra, and I don't remember if I got Sophia or not. I remember she was there. So we're going to do that. And so now, just to make it easier, I was going to form a group, but then I decided we're going to have listen. Can we listen? Oh, listen together. Here it is. Listen to blues together. And then we're going to tell a story. Thank you for coming. We can teach him dancing. Tell stories. Friendly. How about, why don't we tell a funny story? Funny story. And more choices open. Oh, we made the group meal. And we need to call to meal. So can we come call to meal? That's not even the food she made. Oh well. This can go in the fridge. We can call. We've already asked you to come in. So because we need to earn a silver on this party. And what she has to go to potty. So go potty, little one. You know how to go potty. You're at level 3. That happened. Very good. So we need to have Sims eating at the same time. So we call guests to meal, and we said to be playful. I put this out here, so we're going to enable the emotional aura, and hopefully if it's not close enough, well, it was close enough. I was going to move it, but it doesn't look like I need to. So we got our silver, which is the priority that we wanted to do for the party. So we're going to we'll do a cheerful introduction, because we don't know her for some reason, or whatever knowledge we had of her has gone away. And then we will friendly, we don't need to ask about career. We're going to we want to tell a story. I should have gone into funny and done a funny story. I don't really want to do a group story. So we're going to tell a funny story, and we are going to have our dear host maybe tell a funny story to someone else, because that way tell a funny story. And we're going to open, and we're going to grab the first cake out. And can we age up. Help age up Sim. That's what we want. So first off, we're going to age up Axel. That's what we want. I made 2 because I wanted to at least age up 2 of them, and if they don't eat the cake, then we can add candles again to it. So can we add birthday candles? Hopefully. That would be very good. Did we tell a funny story? Because I did ask them both to tell funny stories. More choices, more choices funny. Tell funny story. And then more choices funny. Tell funny story. And then I'm going to just say we're going to age up Sim. Just as many as we can. Our next on the list is Keenan. Oh, she has to go to the bathroom. Just go. If I can click on the right thing. I don't want the sink. We need the toilet. Let's get this out of the way. And let's see Keenan. There we go. And you can add birthday candles. Why? Maybe doing funny stories again doesn't work. Maybe they have to be different types of stories. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought it would have mattered. Would have thought story was a story was a story. Especially because we're doing it with different people. I don't want to tell a group story. Can we... You know what? You come over and call to meal again. Because no one's eating. We don't have people, only have one person eating. Maybe because I'm too busy trying to... It'd be nice to get a silver. Oh, we got another story! Yay! And then... Funny... Tell funny story. Let's see whether that'll count again. And how is our dear little Arabella? She's eating. Good girl. And what are the rest of your needs? You're kind of getting tired and you need some fun. Can you turn on... I think he left Axel. We'll see if Axel can turn on for us. So we have 2 Sims eating. I guess maybe we need to have her eat. Grab a serving. Oh, she has food. Just eat this food. I don't know whose that is, but just eat it. So we can have 3 Sims eating at once. I think that's... Oh, no. You don't need to eat. You're not hungry. Andi, you're eating that. Okay, calling to meal isn't working. So grab a serving together. Will that work? Will someone else grab some food, please? We got all this food. Well, we got tell stories done. And we need someone eating. Okay, just stop that. And do the grab a serving together and see if people will eat. Let's see if people will eat and we can get the have Sims eating at the same time done. Let's try that, and then if we get that one, then we're going to see if we can age up at least one more Sim and possibly more. Of course, we only have a table, room for 3 people, but we have room at the island for people to eat. And people eat in the kitchen on the couch, eat in the kitchen, eat in the living room on the couch all the time. We may not get... Well, we got the silver, that's what we needed. So we may not get a gold, and much as I would like a gold, you know, it just is what it is. So we're gonna do age up Sim. So none of them are really friends of hers. The closest is Pietro, and he keeps popping by and asking to work out. So we'll have him age up, and then if we have the ability to age up one more, we'll age up Sophia. Maybe no, we'll age up Cassandra because we're closer to Cassandra. And he has to go to the bathroom. And he's very, very tired. We just don't have the eating going on. She's eating. She's watching something. Oh, she's watching the kids show. And she's getting your fun up, which is good. But I think you're just going to go to sleep. There, he aged up. And then... add birthday candles. Because we don't seem to be able to get this eating at the same time. Even though I see people eating. We're going to age up Sin Cassandra. Perhaps we'll get the others another time. She wasn't eating anyways. He's, I think, our only person eating at the same time. More clubs. They're all singing. They're having a mass party, aging up all sorts of Sims. So I think that's going to have to be it for this part. The question is, should we try having a... do we have a baby sooner rather than later? Because Andi has a whim for that. And should we ask Axel to move in or not, depending on what his new trait is? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. And that's it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much.